What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, this is a video that I never in my wildest imagination thought I would be making in 2025, and that is that Paldea Vault booster boxes, for all intents and purposes, are a $400 booster box. Now, I know TCG Player Graph 367, it is a bit behind. There's a listing for 373, whatever. If we go look at the most recent sales here from today, July 6th, $400, $400, and $385. And I thought maybe these sales are just a little bit on the high end because it's TCG Player, so I figured I would go check on eBay, and the lowest listed box on eBay, Buy It Now North America, is $400 right here, $399.99 plus shipping plus tax. Then it jumps up to $405.56. Then after that, I think we're at like $413, $414, and then it just goes up from there. There really is not a lot of Paldea Vault on the market, and whoever had boxes, if they haven't sold, they've just moved their price up. I mean, this is Hobbiesville right here, selling at 405 USD. We have another big hobby store here, TCI. They're selling at 400. Respect the Pops, this is a very large store, $400 as well. These sellers aren't going to take less than 400 at this point. They're not going to drop their price. If you guys are in the spreadsheet, you know these are some of the stores that made up most of the boxes of last week's inventory below like 420. So I imagine when we look at Paldea Vault this week, or tomorrow rather, in the spreadsheet, unless a lot of these stores have added more boxes to the market that they're willing to sell, it's probably still going to be in a range where it could continue climbing, as ridiculous as that seems. And in case you guys were wondering, I'm still holding off, waiting to sell my boxes. I still am planning to sell them, but I want to see Paldea Vault kind of start to level out before I list them. But I imagine that's going to happen sooner rather than later, even if Paldea has like another week to run. Maybe 2 weeks at most. I don't see this running up to like $500. I think that would be absolutely ridiculous, especially considering sets like Brilliant Stars, sub $400, Chilling Reign, only $412. The fact that boxes like these are about the same price as Paldea Vault at this point makes absolutely no sense to me. I mean, if we go look at the cards, I mean, Paldea Vault's decent, okay? Magikarp, top card. I know some people don't like the Magikarp. They want to meme on it and say that it's had a lot of success just because it's a Shinji Kanda artwork. The reality is, whether we like something or not is kind of irrelevant. The market's going to tell us what a card is worth, and this card right now is worth about $235, $240. It's rebounded since around early June, where it was down to 185, 190-ish range. You can see most recent sales from today, $227 and $230. Outside of that, Iono, Raichu, Tyranitar, these have held very stable over the past year. Mouse hold $33. You have Tinkaton up there. So not a lot of my favorite Pokemon outside of maybe Raichu and Tyranitar. And then I'm not really a huge fan of the new rares like Chiyu. Meryl's pretty decent. I love that it's a cute Pokemon. I like the new starters and their evolutions. I enjoy that. But when we start to compare this to something like Brilliant Stars, you have a Charizard Chase, you have an Umbreon VMAX, you have a Sylveon VMAX, Umbreon V, Sylveon V, an Arceus, another Charizard in there, Mimikyu. You also have some other evolutions with yellow borders. You have Moltres and Zapdos with yellow borders, Zekrom in there as well. Also, when we look at Chilling Reign, Blaziken up top, Galarian Moltres V, one of my favorite alt arts from the Sword and Shield era. You have a Snorlax card. Then, some unpopular Pokemon, the Shadow Rider Calyrex, the Galarian Slowpoke, Zeraora, not as popular, I should say, as something like Blaziken or Moltres, but still some very expensive cards. I mean, the Shadow Rider Calyrex is $70-ish. This was up to $100 at one point last year. The Galarian Slowking around 60 still, same thing with the Zeraora. I think the top 5 value in Chilling Reign is almost double what it is in Paldea Vault. I didn't do the math today, but just by looking at these numbers briefly, I mean, the Blaziken VMAX alone, $360. You compare that to Paldea Vault, you gotta add up a few cards to get to that value. And I understand that card value is not the only thing we need to talk about. We've moved into an era where the opening experience is important. Having these illustration rares and the possibility for 2-hit packs is something that a lot of people enjoy when they're purchasing products. But Brilliant Stars, I mean, you still have the trainer gallery there, so it is possible to get those double bangers. And outside of that, this set is a year and a half older than Paldea Vault, I believe, maybe a year and 1/4. And all I'm trying to say is it's becoming difficult to justify paying $400 for a Paldea Vault booster box. It's barely 2 years old, when you could buy something like Brilliant Stars that's over 3 years, or Chilling Reign that I think is like over 4 years old at this point. Now, the one thing I'll say, and I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek into the spreadsheet, this is last week's data. I would guess that this week we're going to see Chilling Reign, we're going to see Brilliant Stars. These sets, the supply is going to continue to go down, and over the next, say, month or two, we're going to see these boxes start to move towards $450-ish. We might even see Silver Tempest start to climb towards 400 and catch up with Paldea. And if none of that happens, we might just see Paldea Vault booster boxes pull back to like 360, 370. But as always, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. Tomorrow, it will be that Scarlet and Violet booster box update. We'll have a little discussion on what's moving. And we're also going to be taking a look at Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes from the Sword and Shield era. We cover the SV era ones in the spreadsheet. We talk about those maybe once a month now. But we haven't looked at the Sword and Shield era ones in a long time. I imagine the Celebrations one has popped off. Evolving Skies, some people have been talking about that. So some of these have been moving, and we're going to be taking a look at the data tomorrow. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great weekend. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.